everyone, Day here bringing you another episode in my Gnosia Let's Play. It's probably been a very long time since I started it off on the home screen, but I had decided to actually cut the game off and restart it. And of course, as I'm sure you've noticed already, the screen is a darker color than it normally is. I think it's more like a light blue when it used to start up, but now it's more like a nighttime sky. The face that I normally see over in the right hand corner is still there, so I'm guessing that the only thing that really changed was the color scheme. Now, the other thing that I noticed is the O is more so standing out now. I'm not sure if that actually means anything, but I believe in the normal title it's just all blue. Like the O never was more pronounced. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with Setsu's riddle or anything, but it is something that I wanted to make sure I pointed out and took note of just in case. So I will press continue. I will hop into this one. This is the profile I've been using. I think it really has been a while since I've actually just started it up from the title screen. And so here's the event search. Now, I was thinking about what the O could have meant. Like, can I have 0 Gnosia? I can. So I can have 0 Gnosia. Because that was the first thing I was thinking of. I was like, if the O in Gnosia is lit up, it must mean I should try to have no Gnosia. Because I was like, the engineer, doctor, you see all those, there is no, like, none of them start with O or anything like that. So I figured the O had to be a 0. And surprisingly enough, that actually seems to be correct. So there was a problem with the silver key. Information cannot be detected. Okay, I just tried to event search, but I guess that's not available. So I'm guessing this is correct. This is the one thing we have never done. We have never started a game without any Gnosia. So okay, this still could be manipulated. And my role would be oh no, I could also change my role still too. But there won't be any Gnosia, so that's interesting. I guess I'll pick engineer just because I don't really know. If there is no Gnosia, what are we going to get rid of? How can we have an AC follower if there isn't a Gnosia for them to want to protect? I suppose I will see. I don't know for sure what's going to happen though. Are these conditions okay? Sure. This place. A universe beyond the reach of the Gnosia. The only universe in which not a single crew member is infected. Dessa, so you made it here too. To this world of yesterday. Okay, so I guess 0 just means this is before the Gnosia infection ever happened. So we may be able to actually see what happens that distorted the universe. Possibly, I guess. That's right, this loop begins one day before our usual starting point. I don't know why though. This loop begins one day before our usual starting point. Yeah, so this is the real day 1. Alright, Dessa, let's see what happens. Day 0 also has a different color scheme going for it as well, just pure white. Hey Dessa, you're awake. Hi Comet. Nice to see you. And Setsu too, huh? Everyone's eating in the cafeteria. You two wanna come? Oh, sure, thanks. Let's go check it out, Dessa. It's just a normal day. There's food on the cafeteria tables. Glasses sitting on the desk in front of the window there. A table in the cafeteria is covered with all different kinds of foods. Hey, Dessa and Setsu are here. Sit down and have a bite. Hey, Setsu, I want to say thanks, actually. Did I do something to be thanked for? What are you talking about? You saved us, bud. Yeah, Leon, was it? That planet was full of Gnosia. If you hadn't let us out, we would have been annihilated. Oh. So some of the pieces are starting to come together. I wonder if some of us were like got amnesia or something when day 1 with Gnosia actually happens. Because this is the first time anyone has ever mentioned this. Well, I guess they wouldn't feel the need to mention it again if they already mentioned it to us in the first place. Yes, thank you, Setsu. Oh yeah, I guess I did, huh? Even I'm grateful for that, you know? My appreciation just kind of morphed into desire is all. Let's not. Please, you do not wish to disappear before day 1 starts. Or day 2, I guess. You know what they say. Something about a drowning man grasping at straws or whatever. Hey, Setsu, maybe you should have, not saved Xiaoming too. Setsu changes that a little bit on different occasions. Seriously. Everyone is eating and talking pleasantly. Even Setsu flashes a smile here and there. The only thing that caught my actual attention with the conversation is that after we escaped from Leo on, we escaped because of Gnosia infection already being there, which is pretty much how you get the guard duty. The people that stayed on the ship, they were fine, but it's just the people that were probably in Leo on that had even a chance of being infected by the Gnosia. So it still seems like it's on track to potentially lead towards Gnosia infection. It's just that now we're actually seeing that day that we never actually got a chance to witness before. So in the background, faded a little bit, we see Xiaoming, Shigemichi, SQ, Gina, Chippy, and Comet. So we are missing some people from our little shindig. Dessa, are your injuries healing alright? Injuries? This is the first time anyone has mentioned me having injuries. Of course, I do know that apparently I'm dead by the end of today. I think I'm the only constant that's supposed to always, disappear, which is why you have people like, darn it, I can't even think right now. Oh yeah, Dessa, you did get banged up real bad, huh? Yeah, like Yuriko. Yuriko is always voting for me, always knowing that, I died already, so that's pretty much why she was always voting for me. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. I was sure Dessa was going to end up looking like me. I think even then it's going to take a lot before I actually wind up looking like you. At least in my head canon of what I would look like on the ship anyway, I guess. Anyway, glad to see you're okay, bud. Here's to you, my man. After staying around for a bit, you and Setsu leave the cafeteria. Dessa, I had no idea you'd been injured, but everyone else seems to know about it. That's something that I also noticed. That for whatever reason, it seems like it's always me and Setsu in the dark about certain things, especially things in concerns to what precedes different events and things. It's not just that there are no Gnosia here. This loop seems completely different from the others. Also, it's strange. Till now, everyone has been suspecting and lying to each other. It's strange seeing them all getting along together like that. Yeah, there has been a little bit of divisive factions going on aboard the ship. People like, hey, I think I could trust you. I would like to work with you and stuff like that. If we keep on. Sorry. Never mind. Let's go, Dessa. We should talk to the rest of the crew, too. Yeah, we're missing Otome, Yuriko, Reikio. How many times must I say this? Setting course for Gliese is clearly the most efficient way to go. Why can't you understand this? What a bunch of buffoons. I don't know. I want to say baboons and buffoons at the same time.
Reikio, that's enough, okay? But I, Jonas, as captain of this ship, say that. Ah, speak of the devil.
Dessa.
Setsu, we were just discussing plans for the future of this ship. As you have ties to the military, let me ask. We having escaped from the Gnosia-ridden Leon galaxy, are refugees, and it would appear that there are no other survivors. Therefore, it is our duty to report the status of Leon to the proper authorities. I submit that we should head for Odon Base, which is not far from here, but...
That's foolish. Who knows how long we'll be held up with reports and examinations if we go straight to the military. I cannot abide this.
As you can see, this is where we now stand. Setsu, your thoughts on the matter, if you please.
I see.
Yeah, I think Setsu should decide for us. We don't have to fight like this.
Kukrushka nods in agreement. So yeah, he already... Kukrushka is his girl through and through. He's already awakened her. I'll submit a report on the situation in Leon, so we won't need to go all the way to the base. Is this acceptable? According to interstellar travel rules, when a Gnosia infection is discovered, it must be reported immediately to. It's fine. As long as we know nobody on board is infected, we can ignore the rules. I still don't know for sure which way this is going to lead. But I feel like it's going to end bad. Simply because you were able to still choose roles and stuff. That was still available to you. And the only reason for you to be able to choose roles is that things are going to go south. Real quick. What a surprise. Setsu, you've got quite the head on your shoulders.
Understood. In that case, we'll head for Gliese, as Reikio wants and desires. Great. Thank you, everyone. Also, Reikio.
No need to thank me. I just want to get back to Gliese quickly. So, Reikio has ulterior motives for wanting to head back to Gliese.
No, I know. It's just that if we go to the base, then I'd have to see... Anyway, thank you for thinking of me, Reikio.
Was Reikio really thinking of you, or is this just... It just lines up with what Reikio wants, basically. And I just want to mention, this is probably the most, well, I would say quote unquote story content we've ever gotten, which makes sense when you consider there's no Gnosia. We're not immediately thrust into trying to suspect someone first day or anything like that. We actually get a chance to still, even at this point of learning, a lot of factoids already, we still have opportunities like this to learn more about each individual character. Because it seems as if Remnon is like, okay, something is at the military base that he doesn't wish to see.
Many of you seem to understand or misunderstand this, but Reikio is actually a very good person.
I'm sure everyone here would agree. Reikio not missing a beat whatsoever. Remnon, you're creeping me out. Do you wish to retract your previous statement? Press X for yes or Y for no.
Jonas, if we're going toward Gliese, I'd appreciate if you could drop me off on planet Nada along the way. My home is on Nada, so...
But of course, that will be no problem. 'Tis a gentleman's duty to escort a lady at the law.
So everyone was planning on, doing their own thing after escaping Leon. I wonder why everyone was there in the first place. I don't know if that's something that was already mentioned and I'm just dorking out about it, but all these different cast of characters that came from different places and different timelines already, being hundreds of years old and stuff like that, they were on Leon.
Yay, thank you. I wonder how Dr. Yoshi Kaido is doing.
Kukrushka smiles at Otome, as if to say, good for you.
Oh yeah, Kukrushka, what will you do from here on?
Kukrushka waves her hand slowly. Otome, what did Kukrushka say?
She says she hopes to get some sleep, wake up, and just have fun till she dies.
Oh, I see.
Squee! Oh yeah! Kakrushka, would you like to come to Nada with me? I'm sure you'll be able to make lots of friends there. What do you think?
Kakrushka simply smiles quietly. From here on, huh? I find it interesting that Otome is the only one that truly understands what Kakrushka is saying, though. That's cool. We've got a future ahead of us, don't we? I had sort of forgotten. It's something that was always out of my reach. So Dessa, if we're able to stop the loop, I want to stop the loop here, in this world without Gnosia, in this world where everyone is still alive. Well, I guess they said that, but not quite as I said it. In this world, we all have a future ahead of us. Yeah, everyone's still here, everyone is still alive, no one's in cold sleep. Okay, yeah, I knew it. Okay, I didn't know it, but I should have known it because Yuriko was the only person we hadn't had an opportunity to be acquainted with in day 0. But Dessa, you have no future. Oh my goodness. I know I have no future. I'm still going to die by the end of today, guaranteed. This music, this song right here, this melody rather, right here is just gives me hives sometimes, depending on the scenario. Yuriko? Do you know why, Dessa? Because you are something that should not exist in this universe. What's wrong with you, Yuriko? Why would you say? No, Setsu. Yuriko is correct. Oh, Stella! You knew too? I mean, it makes sense. But it's still kind of unexpected. Huh? Stella, you too? When we escaped Leon, Dessa was badly injured in an accident. Since then, we've been providing treatment in the medical pod, but the treatment has finished, and now here we are. That's all, right? But Setsu, of course you don't understand with just the explanation. See with your own eyes. Fine. Let's go check the medical pod, Dessa. Sick bay. Here it is. There is someone in this pod. Oh my god. This game, it just keeps evolving. It's like they took all the best qualities of different story junctures and just put it in this game. I mean, half the time I've been surprised, I've been shocked. I have never been able to predict where the story was going. It's been a long time since I've watched, played something where it was like I was thrown for a loop, haha, yeah. But I was thrown for a loop the whole entire way of the game. This is definitely that game. Like I said before, the developers did a tremendous job with this. Completely. Totally and utterly. The status reads, in treatment. It looks like it's almost complete. Let's wait here. The only thing this reminds me of is at the end of Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Escape, where where it was like the person was underground inside of a pod and we had to wait for the treatment to finish before the pod opens and reveals Akane. To be honest, I'm scared. But do you remember? Oh, and I really hope that wasn't spoilers if anyone ever wanted to play that, but yeah. I thought that's probably a big spoiler. I'll reread this. To be honest, I'm scared. But do you remember? Don't doubt. Don't be afraid. And know, knowledge will save all. You told me that, Dessa, long ago. And I agree. We must know. I'm nervous. I'm still nervous. Not Kakrushka nervous, but I'm still nervous nonetheless. But that was what you had said to me in the first loop? Huh? You don't remember? Ah, I see. I get it. No, it's nothing. Never mind. More importantly, look. It looks like the treatment is complete. The pod is opening up. Dessa. Dessa, if you were whatever you may be, I will. Inside the pod was another you. I will say this right now. I probably haven't been paying attention to that top right section of the screen. So if I missed the X button trigger press, I am so sorry. This is nothing new with me though, so I'm going to try to pay attention from here on out, but I really hope I didn't miss anything. And then, the instant the eyes of this other you open, due to a fatal error, this universe has been annihilated. Yuriko! Stella, did we have to open the pod? Am I not allowed to be happy? Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I can't see anything, just what is. This world is terribly unstable. The bar! Oh my goodness, if I had a webcam, like I'm using my hand to describe it, but the bar is just growing. It's higher and higher each and every time. Apparently, we ended up here due to the disappearance of the universe. I don't think it will hold out very long. Is this military garb right here? Because I see that it's not really barrettes, but the hairpins that Setsu had in their hair is not there currently. This could actually be a good opportunity. Let's talk and gather our thoughts. In that last loop, the world without Gnosia, there was one more you. So, what exactly does that mean you are? See, I didn't mention this before because I don't have a clue. I don't know. All I know is that I'm an anomaly. I died. Apparently, I'm injured now. I can't fully grasp how this all adds up together. I truly don't. Okay, now I can speak. Are you the real Dessa? A clone? Or possibly a fake posing as Dessa? I feel real, so I really want to say the real thing. Why does there have to be 3 options? It's like 1/3 chance is worse than a 50% chance. Now it's some kind of skewed 33 point blah 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 blah. You answered that you're the real thing. Yeah, you and one more you. Both are the real Dessa. That's what I think. Okay, at least this doesn't feel like I took the wrong turn yet. Overlapping existence caused inconsistency, which in turn is causing pair annihilation. This is likely what caused the universe to disappear. Because of the whole time travel rule. 2 entities that both exist should not both exist in the same universe. In that case, then the universe of the loops you've experienced up to now, was there another Dessa there as well? What do you think? No, I want to say no. Reason for it? Because of the conversation we already had with Yuriko. I died. I was supposed to be dead. Right? So wouldn't that mean no? I'm going with that. If it's wrong, I'm sorry, but yeah. You answered that there probably wasn't. The universe as we knew it hasn't disappeared, so there wasn't one more Dessa. Maybe, but try to remember what Rikio said before, that there was one more Dessa on board the ship. Oh boy, I actually don't remember that conversation. I remember the Yuriko one, but I don't remember the one with Rikio. And so what happened to the other Dessa? Rikio spoke about this as well. Do you remember? They disappeared. I forgot doesn't feel acceptable for me for some reason. You answered that. Reikio said they disappeared. That's right, they disappeared before we awakened after looping back. In that case, who erased the other Dessa? Gnosia. You answered Gnosia. Exactly. Okay, so now we're getting to the theories. The Gnosia on board the ship erased the other Dessa. Okay, I want to see something. So day 0 is what they're calling it. I was calling it the real day 1, but they're calling it the day 0. Huh. So they're showing the other me getting eliminated at the bottom, where I'm actually continuing to progress. However, in day 0, when they open and awake their eyes, we both disappear at the top, I guess is what we're seeing there. Because of this, with you and the other Dessa, the problem of this overlapping existence hasn't previously occurred. But without anyone affected by Gnosia, the universe disappears. That's why up to now, we were only able to loop into a universe with Gnosia present. That was the only universe in which we'd be allowed to exist. Listen, Dessa, I thought of something when we were in the universe with no Gnosia on board. And what, pray tell, was that? If possible, in that universe where nobody would have to be sacrificed, where we all had hope, I wanted to end the loop there. I can't exist. So, Dessa, the key. We need the key to solve this. The silver key needs to be filled. Gather as much information as you possibly can. Information we don't yet know about everyone on board. Everything. If you can do that, then I'm sure, Dessa, it doesn't have to end this way. This universe collapsed. And we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. But wow, that was literally a half hour of mind-bending truths. So basically, learning about everyone. Gain information about everyone. I mean, I understand, like, that's probably to the benefit of, like, full completion of the game to actually reach a true ending. But it's like, what is that true ending now? Just that this current present me that has been on this journey with Setsu and looping all over the galaxy, this version of me will be able to progress past disappearing on day 0, I guess. It's quite a bit to think about. The event search, though, I have noticed that it works again. I don't know if I could still go back to the 0 mark. Wait, I could have 6 Gnosia now. I did not even realize that was a thing. Huh. Well, next time, I guess you could look forward to me at least tinkering around with that. I do want to at least attempt a 6 Gnosia round. That seems interesting as all get out, so yeah, I'll most likely do that next time. Right now, I do want to just ponder everything I just learned right here, right now. I want to actually consider everything that I went over. So I'm most likely going to rewatch my own recording just to see if I missed anything before, and you know, if everything I'm thinking actually correlates to what's going on. I just want to reassure myself that I'm not missing out on any details or information, because this game is so awesome. It's really a very awesome game. I love it. So with that said and done, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed learning a lot of new information about myself, I suppose. as well as really just getting a glimpse of each of the characters in a pre-Gnosia infested world where no one had to go into cold sleep and nobody was eliminated by Gnosia. Everyone was pretty chill, pretty happy, and they had a future goals that they wanted to strive for. So it was really entertaining getting, those bits and pieces of each character. And hopefully once we figure out the rest of this, we can see even more, which will be really, really cool. So yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I really do hope that you all have a great and wonderfully fantastic day, evening, night, afternoon. Until next time, bye.